Offering only the finest in PC enthusiast apparel, Awesome Sauce shirts are not only threaded, they're hyper-threaded and come factory overclocked. Get yours today at the Awesome Sauce store. What's up, guys? So over Black Friday and Cyber Monday weekend, I gave myself the challenge of building the best gaming PC I could possibly afford with the high-end budget of $400.
Being a player and a baller, just want me one bad.
Now, searching for the best deals from online stores like Amazon and Newegg, I was able to piece together a rather formidable system for around the price of a gaming console. Of course, we can't officially dub this a certified console killer until we see some benchmarks, so let's dive right in with a closer look at the discounted parts that I snagged for this budget holiday system. For our CPU, I picked up an FX 4350 from AMD for $84. A quad-core processor at minimum was a must-have on my end, as we start to see more games utilizing multiple cores. Clocked at 4.2 GHz, this is still a great bang for the buck CPU that's a decent overclocker as well, though sticking with the included stock cooler to stay within budget means we'll have to hold off tweaking until a future upgrade in the cooling department. Given our CPU of choice, I searched high and low for a cheap AM3 Plus motherboard that still had some nice features. In the end, I wound up grabbing this Gigabyte 78 LMT USB 3, a micro ATX board sporting the 760G chipset that was on sale for just $50. Front and rear USB 3, heatsink on the VRMs, and a neutral color scheme make this an alluring option for the price. Compared to the CPU and motherboard, there's really not much to choosing memory these days. Find some compatible sticks with the speed and capacity you need that's from a brand you trust, and the hardware takes care of the rest. I opted for this 2x4GB kit of G.Skill Ripjaws X at $1,600 for the discounted price of just $30. To handle the bulk of our gaming needs, we have the Radeon HD 7950 from Sapphire. The card packs a 3GB frame buffer and later went on to be rebranded as an R9 280, which is still a great card for casual gaming. Cyber Monday discounts and being a refurbished item scored me this part for just $140, making this one of my best finds over the weekend. For storage, I picked up this 500GB Seagate Barracuda for a single Jackson. With a $400 budget, I had to make the decision between a higher capacity mechanical drive or an SSD with far less storage. With game sizes getting increasingly bigger, I opted for capacity over speed this time around, although dropping in an SSD at a later date would probably be the first upgrade I'd recommend making to this system. While I'm sure many of you are tired of seeing this power supply reappear in numerous budget builds on the interwebs, the CX430 from Corsair remains one of the cheapest PSUs with an 80+ bronze certification. This unit only set me back $43, however I will be returning it to Newegg tomorrow because I just realized that I already have one. Oh, bless you all for staying subscribed to me, I'll never know why. Finally, we'll be building in the Core 1000 from Fractal Design, which I caught on sale for just $30. If my last two desktops are any indication, I've developed an affinity for the brand's Define line of chassis over the years, and fortunately their level of quality trickles down to Fractal's budget cases as well. The Core 1000 features front panel USB 3, a straightforward internal layout, and the company's trademark minimalistic design, which looks volumes better than most other cases at this price point. When compared to the MSRP, I saved a combined total of $150 on all the parts for this build, bringing the final cost to just within my $400 budget. Taking a quick look at the benchmarks, I tested out 4 AAA titles at 1080 using high settings across the board with MSAA disabled. To our delight, the system topped 40 FPS on average in every game, even topping 50 and 60 FPS in GTA 5 and Battlefield 4 respectively. Evidently, picking up a 3GB video card was a wise choice as well, as our VRAM did max out at 2.4GB under load. Given the results, I think it's safe to call this capable little machine a legitimate console killer. Perhaps the only leg up a console might have here is the acoustics, since the stock CPU cooler here sounds like a possessed blender while gaming. Naturally, setbacks like these arise when you're on a super tight budget. Hypothetically speaking, if this were my personal rig, the next few upgrades I'd make, as I mentioned before, would be an SSD for my OS and programs, as well as a more effective and quiet CPU cooler, and finally an 80mm exhaust fan to aid in case airflow. I think those small improvements would go a long way for the system, and while that's definitely the direction I would have gone today had this been a $500 PC, I suppose leaving some room for upgrades is all part of the fun. But that's going to do it for now, guys. Before you go, don't forget to toss me a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what big scores you took home over Black Friday and Cyber Monday weekend. Even though Monday is not really the weekend. Whatever. Also check the description below for a new batch of Awesome Sauce shirts, as well as my Amazon affiliate link, which you can bookmark and use every time you buy stuff.
It helps me a lot.
As always, I'm Kyle with Awesome Sauce Network. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next video.